Hey everyone, so today I'm going to show you how I made this tiger costume for my Chihuahua. My son wanted his Chihuahua to be dressed up as a lion for Halloween, and this is the best that I could come up with. There's kind of no pattern, I just started to cut out pieces and pray that it came out. So these are the ears. You can tell that the brown is going to be the center, so it's going to be sewn closed, and then you turn it inside out and it'll be little ears. And I have these rectangles, which are the main in alternating colors. Then I have this little fringe, which I made, which I'm going to fold over, and I am going to attach it to a piece of fabric. Not this one, obviously. That one's too thin. A little thicker one, wider, so it sandwiches the piece inside. And that's going to be the tail of my lion. Now, that will go at the end, and I will just kind of piece it together. So this is the cape of the lion, and it's just a rectangle with a peak. That's basically all it is. Now this is the complicated part, and this is sort of a hoodie shape. So once you fold over, it will look like a hood, believe it or not. So the top is the rounded off top, which will come together to create a hood. And the reason why I have these slits on the sides is because the main pieces are going to be sandwiched in alternating colors so that I can make the mane around the face. So here's the first that I showed you already stitched in. Now I'm going to add more pieces in alternating colors, and then the end piece will be sewn on top to sandwich this in. And I'm going to place the ears somewhere in between. I couldn't decide exactly how I wanted it to look, but I wanted to place the ear so that you could see that he has little lion ears. And maybe lion ears are more pointy, I don't know. I made mine round. So just keep on doing that, adding alternating pieces, and then you sandwich it in. See, that's the end piece. Fold it over, sandwich it in, stitch it just straight across. And that's the first piece of the hood. Now you have to do the other side of the piece. And here's both pieces attached together. See how I've sandwiched these pieces in between at the ends? So then the top gets folded over to create a hood. See? It's just like a straight stitch, and when you fold it over, it's a hood for the doggy's face. So here it is, all nice and sewn. Just a straight stitch to create a hood, and then that is going to get attached to the little dog cape. Now the dog cape, you just match the peaks and you stitch it close. Stitch it to the cape. Once that's done, you can tell my edges are wide. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a pattern, so I'm just trying to figure it out as I go. I know that I have to attach these little pieces to the side to hold it, attach it to the little dog's belly so it doesn't shift. And then I added the lion's tail. And I'm just going to curve it around with scissors because I did have excess material on the sides. So this piece is what will go around the hood, which will tie around the little dog's neck so that it creates a bow at the front and it finishes the mane. So that's why I'm adding these little rectangles. It's going to be a little mane, and the leftover is going to be tied to create the bow. So stick with me, it will make sense in a minute. So I've done that. I've attached these little mane pieces, and I'm going to attach this piece to the end right there of the hood, right there. I'm going to attach it, I'm going to sew it on, and then you see how it completes the face of the little dog lion mane? See, there's one side, there's the other, and when it comes together, you'll be able to tie a bow in the middle. So he has a cute little bow at the end. And there's his little lion tail. Could have done a better job on the tail, but I was in a hurry. Had a day to make this for the dog. There's his ears, you can see, and I cut the excess pieces just with regular scissors. No biggie, no measuring out, just kind of cleaning up the entire process. I'm trying to, see, I even used it as a pattern just to make sure they were both even sides. Now, there's going to be a lot of excess fabric, and you want to clean it up just so that it's a little comfortable for the dog. I ended up cutting a triangle at the top and stitching it close just so that it made that little closure for the hood. So that made it a little pointier and made it stick up a little more. But that's it. That's all it took to make this little lion's costume for our Chihuahua. Now it gets pretty cold during winter time, and he loved it, he wore it, and both my kids were lions for Halloween. Thanks, please like and subscribe.